Here at Autocar, it is not all about 600 horsepower V8 or V12 supercars. Well, sometimes it is. But what we really like is a car that talks to you at any speed, gives you a buzz every day, at a price you can afford. Which is why every year we try to find the best real-world performance car, the best driver's car that costs less than £30,000. Frankly, there's no shortage of choice, which is why we've whittled it down to 4 of the best, and why we've come to one of our favourite racetracks. No, not Laguna Seca or Midfield Raceway, sorry, but Bedford Autodrome's challenging Little South Circuit. In the greatest tradition then, this is going to be a time trial shootout. So let's get the camera view correct. There we go, and let's get to it. Right then, Toyota GT86. This is a base one on 16-inch wheels, which means it should slide around more than one on 17s. But let's see how it goes. We are across the start-finish line, already pulling 88 miles an hour. Pulling up into fourth. People say GT86 is a bit underpowered. I don't think so. I think you've just got to remember it revs to 8,000 RPM. And it's a sports car, you should have to work it. It's 197 brake, it only weighs 1,215 kilos, so there's plenty to keep you occupied. These are sort of fast corners here, but still the handling balance is really exploitable. Really pleasant car to drive. Not much understeer. Just as much oversteer as you want. A bit more than I wanted there. I'll live with that. And here we are, 95 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour as it crosses the finish line, which I think is plenty quick enough. The GT86 sets the pace then with a 45.9 second lap that provides the benchmark for the others to beat. It'll be particularly interesting to see how the other rear-driven car, the all-new MX-5, gets on and whether it slides as adjustably and is as much fun as the Toyota. But first, the Mini Cooper. Okay, so the Mini Cooper John Cooper works. Front-wheel drive, very soft limiter at about 6,000, but I'll tell you what, it's pretty quick, and we are over the start line now. It feels fast, this car. Steering, there's not a lot of feedback to it. It's very quick, just off straight ahead. In fact, this car feels incredibly agile. It's weird, it feels slightly top heavy, and it turns remarkably quickly. It sort of feels unstable, like a Eurofighter, like they've designed in some instability or something. Struggles for traction just a tiny bit. It's weird, it almost feels like it's going to pitch into oversteer as you turn in, but then it doesn't, and as soon as you get back on the power, of course, it pulls itself straight. Feels to me like I'm doing not a lot of talking, and we're down the straight and the finish line is approaching. This car is not necessarily the most fun car here, but it feels fast to me. No question then, the Mini Cooper S is fast. Its 43.75 lap time will be hard to beat. Let's see if the Renault Clio Trophy can do it. Okay, so this is the Renault Clio Trophy. It's got a bit more poke than the usual Clio and has got some chassis improvements, so I'm expecting it to be better. It actually feels very keen already. It's only first corner. They turned off the stability control, which is slightly convoluted. It makes a good noise though, doesn't it? And it gets on a bit as well. That's 85 miles an hour past the start-finish straight. Brakes are good. Oh, it feels solid. And like there's some throttle adjustability, but it's not like the Mini where it falls into sort of would-be oversteer. It feels very composed, very sorted. Oh, it's good fun, you know. It steers really nicely. It steers much more pleasingly than I remember a Clio feeling. It's fun, isn't it? Renault sport cars usually feel like real weapons, and all of a sudden the Clio 200 arrived and it sort of didn't really. It didn't feel as keen and as focused as they might do. I think this one does. Yeah, this is a piece of kit now. And the stopwatch says that the Clio is even faster than the Mini, only by 0.7 of a second, but it makes the Renault the fastest car here, unless the Mazda, which on paper is short of power in this company, can pull a result from somewhere. Okay, this is brand new Mazda MX-5 here in 2-litre spec with a limited slip differential. So it's as racy and quick as an MX-5 is going to get. It revs to about 7, and as with the others, we're passing 80 miles an hour as we pass the start-finish straight. I like this car. It's only got 160-ish horsepower, but it just goes and stops remarkably quickly. Incredibly agile. It bounces a bit on its dampers slightly, but it turns in so amazingly fast. Feels like it weighs next to nothing. And the gearbox is superb. Throttle response is good. It's just unbelievably adjustable and agile. What a phenomenal piece of kit. Oh, what a great car this is. Steers perfectly. Gearbox is just superb. Really superb. And the whole thing, you can just feel they've taken out weight. I'm not sure it is the fastest car here. It is quick. But it's... I would argue it is the most fun. What a great car.
A 44.2 second lap then can't quite match the Mini or Renault, but the Mazda does better the GT86's lap time. Beyond the times though, which is the most entertaining? Well, it's probably the Mazda, followed by the Toyota, Renault and Mini in that order. Once again proving that speed is not everything. If you want the fastest affordable sports car, the Renault is the place to go. But if you want the car you'd line up just to have one more go, one more try at setting a lap, the Mazda is probably the seat to be in.